So, faith does not merely mean, in a Christian sense, believe in a God. If you say believe in a God, that you'll be saved, then it is not a faith. That I believe in a God, because if I don't believe when I die, I go to hell. It is not faith in the Buddhist context. It is not faith. Because they associate with wrong views. Just by believing in God does not mean that you'll be born in the heavenly world. No. That is a wrong view. So it is not faith. Now we're talking not of their Christian faith in English, meaning we're talking about our Buddhist context. In the Buddhist context, it is not faith, it is fear. Fear arises from faith. Fear that I must believe. And I must believe in God. When people sickly and going to die, they change their religion. From Buddhist, they become a Christian, or become a Hindu, or become a Muslim. Because if I believe, then I'll be saved. If I don't believe, then I go to hell. You say, okay, time for me to be Christian, to die already. You think that is faith? That's it. No, you change religion because you want to go to heaven. Because there is fear. But does it mean that you really change your religion, you go to heaven? No, it is not so. It is not so. Because it depends on that we have these nimitas. These habitual, the disease or habitual karma that we do that appears in our mind when we die, the things that we constantly do, listening to Dharma talks, we come to temple and hell, we do charity work, we do services, wholesome services, we are kind to people. These actions that we always keep on doing, they will become strong and appear as our nimitas, that consciousness, the last stop, and then before it passes away, we are conditioned rebirth in a happy plane. Either we are born back in the human world or in the Deva world. We will fall down. Habitual. If there's no habitual, we are half good, half bad. Then depend on other things. Right? It could even depend on the past. Very strong karma done in the past life, maybe 2-3 lives before, and it takes precedence. Again, it takes you up human world or higher world. Or it then becomes the proximate, near one. That at the moment, you're reminded you're doing good, something wholesome. Then remember you help somebody, you do this, you remember you do a lot of charity. That's why in Thailand, they have a book that writes down all the good things they do. Today, tomorrow, many years, and when they're going to die, and then they give us another one, they want to take out this book and start reading. Remember, 10 years ago, 1 stroke, 12 stroke, 19, something, you do this, you do that, you keep one stroke, and again, on the second, and then, remind all the good things. And you pass away with all these good thoughts in the mind, and then you're born in heaven world. You say, wow, I've done so much good. People have very short memory, People sometimes can't remember good things they do. And the big problem is to remember all the bad things they do. That is the worst. Right? That is the worst. Can't remember good things and remember all bad things. That is the worst. So they need to write it in the books. So that they remember. They remember, that's what the memory is. Remember their condition, the rebirth. So how do sadha arises? How do faith arises? That's an important question now. How do we develop faith? Now my question to you. I started the first section about what faith is. Now you try the second one. How do you bring up faith? If you don't know how to bring up faith, then how do you do good? How do you have faith in your mind, sadha in your mind? If you do not know how to have sadha in your mind, habis lah. Concase lah, call yourself a Buddhist, but you do not know how to do good. Because with faith, sadha arises in your mind, wholesome mind arises. Without sadha, concase, your mind becomes very unwholesome, quick hatred, illusion. When there's anger, frustration, sadness, there is no faith arises in your mind. When there is greed, you're thinking of cheating people, you're thinking of greed, having all the time but not giving, there is no sada in your mind. And when you get confused, disturbed, sadness, no faith arises in your mind. And how do you bring up faith?
Listen more.
Good, one way. Brings up faith. This is the modern course. Brings up faith. That's one way. Other way? Other way?
Reading Dhamma.
Yeah, like for instance, say, reading Dhamma books, listening. Another way, to bring up strong faith. The Buddha says, to bring up faith. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho. Remember that? Iti piso? Recollection. Virtues of the Buddha. People think that the Buddha is a nobody. Some Christians say the Buddha is just human. There's no God. He saved me. Somebody help me. It's just a human. No, Buddha is not just a human. So the Buddha says, you must develop faith in the Buddha. So the Buddha told the monk, you must remember the virtues of the Buddha. And the Buddha gave this quote. You chant Iti Piso. Go through the virtues of the Buddha. The Buddha is a teacher of gods and men. It's higher than gods. And the Buddha says that when the Buddha is not born, when the world there is no Buddha, people pray to Brahma. Brahma is the highest God. People pray to Brahma. You know what the Brahma is? Sometimes you see in Thailand, see the food, see a face, or face Buddha, they call it Brahma. They are the highest God. They are of four types. What are four types? Kindness, compassion, joy, your success, and equanimity. They are the four faces of the Brahma. You practice that, you will be born in mental absorption. You are born in the Brahma, one of the faces. A very huge and fantastic God, very high God, long life. People pray to Brahma. In Thailand, they do pray. In hotels, they like to pray to the Brahma. Hotels, in hotel, they have the Brahma there. Malaysia, some follow. Some Chinese house, you see Brahma. But it's not so popular. Yes or not? We have Brahma in our house. No, we have tobacco. Just a funny one. We got the money one. We have that. That is more important. We want money. Brahma, the Buddha said. But when there is the Buddha, everybody pays the respect to the Buddha. Because the Buddha is highest. And the Brahma pays respect to the Buddha. Because the Buddha is the highest. So the Buddha is teacher of gods and men. You must always remember that. It's the highest, the Buddha. Like if you keep chanting Iti Piso Bhagava Samma Sambuddho, fully enlightened is the Buddha. It's not an ordinary human. It's fully enlightened beings. You can recollect the power of the Buddha. Not because the Buddha has big ego. Some say, hey, Virgin, Buddha got so much ego. Very big, right? He says all his power there. Wow, so long his power. The Buddha omniscient, the Buddha is omnipotent, he's fantastic, he can read mind, he can go heaven, he can go hell. Buddha is fantastic, the Buddha can leave himself out with fire and water, one end to the other end. Fantastic, the Buddha has so fantastic powers to build up the sadhana confidence. Now why do the Buddha need that? Need to bring up our sadhana. Because bring up our sadhana because with the faith of the Buddha, belief or trust, then we follow the Dhamma. Without the sadhana in the Buddha, the Dhamma becomes weak. That means we don't really follow. Now, how many people really follow the list of only the 5% here? Some of you Buddhists are so long. I don't know how long, but very long. How much faith do we have? 100% in our sila? So, the faith in the Buddha is not that strong. Faith in the Buddha is strong. The Dhamma becomes strong. We follow the Buddha's teaching becomes strong. And then, of course, We believe in the Sangha. If we follow that, there will be the holy Sangha, there will be enlightenment. Otherwise, people have no faith. They say that, are there arahants in this world now? Because they do not have faith in the Buddha, they do not have faith in the Dharma, and so therefore they have no faith in the Sangha. That there is enlightenment, there is first stage, second, third, and fourth stage, here and now in this world. But those who have faith in the Buddha, the Dharma, they have perfectly faith in the Sangha. That if they keep on practicing, they will attain here and now. There are a lot of people who have no faith. They don't believe that there is Arahant regime. You sure. In the whole world of Arahants. So when do you think? So I say, when do you think Africa? When you think Arahant is Egypt? Tibet? Arahant is anywhere you are in the whole world. When there is enlightenment, when you reach Matapala, that's where Nibbana is. Mind, attainment in the mind. So we say faith in the Dharma. Let's say faith in the monks, for example. Of course, we see the monks with the reverence, with respect. Why do you call monks? Because they are botak. They don't have hair, sometimes no hair. Because they wear yellow robes. Whenever we see that, we pay respect. But if they wear yellow, light yellow, then different now, the white orange or the white or white color different now. The Buddha monks, if the monk then we don't pay respect right? So we pay respect Now, is there sadha or not? When you see a monk coming, you don't know one, never seen before, walking towards you. Do you pay respect or not? Of course, yes if you are a Buddhist Of course, as a Buddhist, we start to put our hands together, sign of respect Do you think that is sadha or not? Yes, that's all. Good. So you have faith in what? In the yellow robes, Right? See, because it's botak and yellow, so you have faith. So you have faith in what? Because of the yellow color shape. So one day I can wear all yellow here. Or I start to kneel down to me. And what faith do you have when you see the person? We have a concept of a Sangha, right? And what is a Sangha? We have a perception of the Sila is taken 227 precepts. So we have faith that when he wears the robe, he's a Buddhist monk, he has 237 precepts, so we respect the precepts behind the robe, not the robe. If it's the robe, then you buy one robe for your house and you respect the robe. It's not the robe, it's the precept that we respect. Now, if there is no precept, and you see a monk walking and like that, and then go and sell tangkai and go everywhere, collect money, after that, they respect for this type of monk. No. Spoils our Buddhism. Right? If we can report, we probably report. It's going to destroy our Buddhism. You respect or not? No. And probably if those are arises, ill will arises. No sadha, you have ill will unwholesome. So remember, even if you have no sadha, you don't have ill will. You need equanimity. Have knowledge arises. Indeed, it's not a monk, finish. But don't have ill will. Ill will is unwholesome. Not only you don't have wholesome mind, you have unwholesome mind arises when you see monks who don't doing that. So you can put words into these: trust, respect, believe. You can put other words into these. But if you were to just say sadha is meant for Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, then you start to think that there is no sadha in other religions. The fact is they have sadha. If you pray to a deva, out of respect, not because if you think that I pray to this deva, then I will get 4-digit number first prize. Then no sadha, greed arises. But you just pray to the devas out of respect. Just as some of them, they like to pray to their ancestor or their parents. Is it right or wrong to You know, my parents passed away and like to put their urns beside the Buddha. I said, you can put, but not the same level as the Buddha. You must put down there below. You cannot be compared to the Buddha. It's one step below. You can do that out of respect, out of gratitude. He said, Sada? Yes, he said, Sada, gratefulness. One lady told me the husband passed away. And the husband left so much money for her, so what can she do? But to put her urn there, to pray. So is it wrong for Buddhists to do that? I said, no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong to do that. You don't do it, you go ahead and do it, but not at the same table with the Buddha. Put that below. Is it wholesome? Yes, it is sadhana, right? Gratefulness. Remember the good things the husband do to her, take care of her. She just pray and put some food, she likes, some apple, put chopstick. She say, Rajan, so you put one, they say, okay, one, don't put also can. It's not in the chopstick, it is in the mind. Sada arises not in the chopstick. You think the chopstick is sada? No, it's not in the chopstick, it's in the mind, sada. So it doesn't matter if you put 1 or 3 or 10. But of course, don't put too many. Waste of money and dirty up the whole place. One is sufficient, but if you put also can. Sada arises in the mind, not in the chopstick. So once you understand the wider context of sada, fantastic. The important thing is you must develop your sada, you must bring up your sada. Because when you bring up the sada, you bring up the wholesome mind. If you don't have the sada collapse, wholesome mind will arise. Then finish lah. Then you have a lot of unwholesome mind. So at the end of the day, you change your religion also no use lah. Right now? What religion you change also no use lah. All the time unwholesome mind is so heavy. And then how is it wholesome mind able to come out? Unless you do something fantastic then suddenly you see the Buddha with all the arahants behind walking in front of you, and you don't put the eyes in front of Buddha. Last moment, you go 6 heaven. Can or not? Is your imagination so strong? Bring the Buddha with all the arahants of Mogalandam, Salik Buddha, walking behind the Buddha using the bath. Then better see the picture a long time every day. See last moment you see that or not? Now it's difficult to do that. Difficult. So I always remember Sada, take something wholesome. If I give, so don't think about if I give there is benefit or not. If I give this fellow will give return or not. Don't think about that. Just think about giving. I have faith in giving. And whether he returns or not, it doesn't matter. It comes back in many ways. Whenever you do something wholesome, it doesn't just come back from that direction, it comes back from all directions. All directions it comes. You don't have to expect that you do something good to this person will return the favor. Not necessary. You may do it to A, Z may return you the favor. Dharma must have faith in what you do. Dharma, Sila, have faith in the precepts. You must have faith in the precepts. That is strong. Now how do you develop strong faith? You got to keep on recollecting that Sila leads to heavenly door. That's what the Buddha says. The Buddha never lied. Never lied. The Buddha says, oh monks, I cannot lie. Even if the Buddha were to lie, cannot lie. Buddha only speaks 100% truth. Cannot lie. So you must have faith in what the Buddha says. So as a monk, we always need to chant that. Whenever people give food to us, we will always chant. We always remind the lay people that Sila leads to heavenly door. Sila leads to purity. Sila leads to Nirvana. We start. Remind the lay people. We always chant as a monk. We always chant that. I don't know they understand or not. It's just in Pali. We should actually translate it into English to remind them. But like you chant Parati Pata all time and then you will understand what he says. Anybody will know 5 reasons. You will understand after you keep chanting, understand. Okay? Samadhi. When you meditate, Samadhi, you have faith, become strong when joy arises. You get into deep, calm tranquility, when a lot of joy, spiritual arises in you. Then faith grows, sadhana becomes strong. And of course, wisdom, when you get into insight, you know that you're on the right way. It's the right way. Buddha said there's no other way. It is the right way. The sadhana was very strong. And when you reach Makkapala, first day of Tengu, sadhana is unshakable because you've seen reality, you've seen the non-self, anatta. And he knows for sure, 100% sure, that there is no soul in the body. There's no permanent entity in this body, meaning in this mind, in this feeling, in this body. So it's very, very sure, 100% sure. It's a Buddhist, forever a Buddhist. In other words, it's forever a disciple of the Sammasambuddha. They cannot change anymore because his sada is unshakable, cannot be shaken, cannot change. From Buddhist to another religion, there's no way it can never change anymore. Sada is unshakable. That is why he has only 7 more lives to live. He doesn't attain this life itself, the next. But Sada is so strong that he will not do a really very bad deeds. He will only do wholesome deeds because of sadhana. Now you see the importance of sadhana. Sadhana is not just a belief. Sadhana is so encompassing. Not only covers the Buddhist, it covers all religion, it covers all beings, even animals. It covers as long as there is mind, sadhana can arise. Or cannot arise if it is unwholesome. So now, I have more or less expressed in Abhidhamma terms what sadhana is. The rest is the English. You can put in many terms. And other words you can fit in: trust, belief, faith, confidence. You can put in other words. Because other words can fit in as well. Right? Clear now? Is it now Q and A time?